for the title. So we have, in this group, we have Wigan Warriors, York Valkyrie and Huddersfield Giants. How do you think this is going to go in that group today?
Yeah, I think they're going to be tough games. I think close all round, but I think, it's interesting that some of the teams have put in their younger players, their under-19 players. So, quite a few players who we've probably not seen play before, which is really exciting because I know there's so much young talent coming through now, and I'm sure some of these young players are going to take this opportunity and really run with it. So, yeah, really excited to see some of the newer players that we might not have seen before.
Yes, and obviously in the other group we have St Helens, Leeds Rhinos and Cardiff Demons, so quite a tough group on both sides, and yeah, I'll be excited to see how we get on. Just looking obviously into the teams and some of the coaches of these teams, we've got Laurie and also we've got Lindsay Anfield in charge of these two respective teams. We would have played with them in 2013 in the World Cup. I would have been involved again. How exciting is it to see some of these female coaches as well being successful in their field?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think I love to see that women are getting into coaching roles after they've played, and I'm sure that there'll be some of the girls from Saints who follow in their footsteps. But yeah, really, really good to see that the former players are giving back to the game and coaching and giving their experience over to the younger players. Yeah, it's great to see, and hopefully both go well.
Obviously, don't want to talk too early, but have you got any plans afterwards? Is it something you want to get involved in? Obviously, vast experience, our most capped rugby league player at the moment internationally. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I definitely do. I will want to stay in the game, definitely. I don't know whether coaching is probably for me. I'm still undecided on that. I do feel like Jodie will probably go into coaching, and I can definitely see me helping her out if that's the case, because we do work well together, and obviously we're best mates. So yeah, I can see me helping out. I don't know whether I'm like striving to be a head coach. I don't think that's maybe how I see myself, but I definitely will stay in the game some way or another.
Great stuff. And just obviously those that are new to this, we'll go through how we got here and how the competition started. So you have 16 teams took part across the women's pyramid in the festival that took part early in the year, and 6 teams made it through to the final. 4 winners, which is St Helens, York, Cardiff and Wigan. They topped their groups, and Leeds and Huddersfield were the wildcard spots. Teams obviously just walking onto the pitch for the first game of today, so exciting stuff. You've played in nines before, or you watched nines. What's your thoughts on how would you approach this game? What will you do differently? How do you get started? Because 18-minute games, 9-minute halves is obviously quite tight.
Yeah, I would just stick the fast ones on there and let them run. Yeah, I think, I'm obviously a forward. We've left out a lot of forwards today at Saints, and we have sort of more of a backs game. I think we've decided to play. So, I mean, it's interesting to see what the other teams have done, but yeah, it's obviously a really fast games. I think it's it's key to roll on, roll off subs and get people working hard for short stints, and then swapping it about and just moving the ball around. There's so much space. I think it's really important that skill's good, and the try should follow after that.
Yeah, so Huddersfield are due to start in the maroon, kicking off to York in the black. Just about managed to keep the ball in play there. Obviously interesting kick from Huddersfield, put York under pressure straight away.
Yeah, short little kick-off. Interesting way to start the game, but I think York have done well, like you say, to keep the ball and to stay in.
York now moving to the middle of the pitch. Some solid defence from Huddersfield, really trying to control that ruck, which is important. Obviously fast play of the balls, help attacking teams, especially with the space they've got.
Yeah, definitely. I think, starting off, you do want to just gain some metres, and then I think towards the back end of the game when you do start to get tired, that's when you can start shifting the ball around. But you do want to see some movement early on, which York are doing a little bit. So yeah.
5th and last now, solid set for York. See where they're going to put this kick. Good kick chase, good pressure, well taken by Tara at the box. Where the back wasn't easy, that obviously under quite a bit of pressure.
Yeah, York did well then to put her under pressure and just try and force a bit of a mistake.
Huddersfield trying to go round and going early there, trying to get spread the field a little bit wider. Tackle there from Agnes Woods, who's on Joe Reg from Sheffield, actually a Wales international, so she competes with our Wales team, so obviously coming up having an experience at the top level, which is good.
Yeah, bro.
again, good running by Tara. I think she could be an important player for Huddersfield today.
Yeah, definitely. She's an experienced player, isn't she? So, unlucky there with a mistake. But yeah, go back to Tara. She's an experienced player, so definitely will be key in the Huddersfield side today.
Yeah, and like I say, what's he called? Sam did well there. Sam got to the line. Obviously didn't manage to take it, but that's what you need to be able to engage the defence to try and maintain that space on the edges. York's first chance here into the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's good defence from Huddersfield, just pushing her back and working on the floor.
Yeah.
And another mistake, unlucky.
So obviously it's quite early in the morning today to a certain extent. We're obviously used to playing 3 o'clock games and double headers and playing on the evenings and stuff. Do you prepare differently? Do you have to get into your routine? Do you have to change the way you eat?
Yeah, definitely. I think it is different depending on what time of day it is. If it is really early game, like you say, the girls won't be used to that, and it will be definitely different preparation to a sort of a midday game, which we're used to playing. Probably got up quite early to travel there as well.
Look at half break there from Amelia, but the ball goes to the floor, so we carry on.
Yeah, probably a little bit of nerves as well with it being the first game and early on, and I'm sure some of these girls are maybe the first time they're playing together, so just getting used to sort of clicking with each other and the communication and making sure that's on point so they can perform well.
Yeah, another good chance here for York to try and mount an attack and try and get some first points on the board. York again, good carry.
Ooh, a nice break, go on. Oh, lovely try there, lovely break from York. Huddersfield did well, but couldn't quite catch her. And yeah, great try.
Good try there from Lauren, obviously one straight through the middle again. For those who are new to the game, if you do score in between the posts, there is a bonus box. Bonus box is 5 points, so they might have missed a chance there. They might do that at the end of the door. And also, there is no conversion of a cone. It is a drop goal. So obviously that makes the game a little bit faster. So we are 4 minutes into the game, and Lauren obviously taking up the first try.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Huddersfield there, because obviously they did chase all the way back and probably did force her to score outside of that bonus zone. So yeah, depending on what happens in the rest of the game, that could be key moving forward.
Oh, lucky, mate.
And the conversion is missed. So obviously the door is now opened for Huddersfield, but
kicking
as you were saying about having some backs on the edges, obviously some fast people, just a big strong running front row there straight through the middle of them. Doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, definitely. I think Huddersfield probably a little bit disappointed probably with that defence. I know we definitely would be if that was Saints. I think sometimes in the nines you expect them to score on the edge, but if they're running straight through the middle of you, yeah, that's not ideal. But yeah, it's a quick game, and I'm sure there will be many spectacular tries throughout the day.
And again, slight difference from a normal 13-a-side game. The team that scores ends up kicking the ball back just because obviously the amount of time. So our referee in the middle today is Luke Flavel, son of legendary Mighty Max.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
He's a great bloke. He's been doing it for nearly 2 decades.
Brilliant.
And I know he's obviously on his refereeing journey. Luke, he was doing some champ school stuff, and it's great to see him progressing, doing well. And obviously we all need referees, and an important part of the game.
Definitely.
So Huddersfield obviously trying to take some control, get to the back end of the set.
Yeah.
All going for a little chip and chase. Might come off of him. Amelia is obviously a dangerous player.
To play.
Oh, lovely little hands again.
Offload. They've got quite a lot of space now. Huddersfield, can they use it and get some points on the board?
Again, another offload. Obviously, you would have trained a little bit with Amelia Brown, devastating runner. Obviously, Huddersfield's top try scorer for a number of years now. Very important is it to have, obviously, the quality and calibre of winger that we've got started coming through the game now.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, lovely take there on that kick. And a great little try from Huddersfield.
Yeah, lovely kick there, lovely kick. Obviously into the corner. And obviously Huddersfield did well. Obviously they attacked on this right edge, created some space, got some offloads, and just utilised the space you have in nines with a lovely kick to the corner, as we're watching on screen.
And I think that's exactly what you need to do, do create that space, and when space is there, take that opportunity. Just going back to what you were saying earlier about having strong wingers in the side, I think that is so important now, and I think we're in a position where we can use those wingers. I think a couple of years back, the skill might not have been there to actually ship the ball around as much as we do today, and the wingers, you might have had so much talent on the wing that probably didn't get showcased as much as it should have, just because the skill wasn't there to get the ball to them. But I think the skill level across all teams is really up to the last couple of years, and that obviously means that we are seeing now some great wingers throughout the league.
Yeah, and obviously fantastic kick there from Sam Hugh to obviously get that points on the board. Unfortunately, she missed the conversion attempt, which again, just to reiterate, is done by obviously a drop goal rather than a conversion. And again, another short kick off that's going to pay off for her there.
Lovely kick. In a bit of space as well, and the opportunity for an offload. And York's defence at the minute is pretty scattered, so they've done well to take her down there.
Again, Amelia Brown causing some challenge on that York left edge.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Great opportunity.
Yeah, you need to take those chances. Obviously, going back, Emily, you've been around quite a while, like I've been around, and obviously the game is significantly different in many ways than where it was when I think I watched your first game when it was on a school field in Beaumont, and there was 10 internationals and dogs walking across the pitch and stuff. So,
yeah.
How do you find it?
Oh God, it's worlds apart. I think me and Jodie always say that we're so honoured and privileged to see both sides of it. There's a lot of younger players who come into now and they just see, the amazing facilities and everything, the support that we have, and they've not seen that other side where we know where it's come from, where there was no physios, no support. You did play on a park field, you had to walk the field at the start of the game, check for dog poo and glass, and you had basically, my mum and dad would come and watch, and about 3 other sets of parents, and that was it. And now we're playing out of Super League stadiums. We have incredible medical support, you have great crowds, loads of fans outside of your family, so yeah, it's brilliant, and I love to see days like today where it can be all showcased and the talent from the girls can really shine. Nice.
Obviously good response from York there, obviously got some good yardage, and then obviously backed up, there were penalties, so they're now in attacking again. So Kelsey Gentles takes it to midfield with another strong carry, transition from one of being those initial strong wingers into a front row.
Great winning from Kelsey there,
after obviously the birth of her first child, and York are looking pressing here.
Oh, it's a good try. Great little run and scoot through. Unlucky that Huddersfield couldn't defend that there, but it's a great little try and important points on the board for York.
Yeah, obviously, again, strong running from our front rows again that managed to create that space. Got a quick play of the ball because she managed to get a nose through, and they just capitalised that. They just run hard and strong at the moment, York, and it's paying dividends for them.
Yeah, and I think, especially for Huddersfield, it's hard work in the nines, and you have definitely got to make those one-on-one tackles, and you can't, when we're playing 13 aside, you've got your teammates there to help you defend and work the floor. You have got to make these one-on-ones in the nines, and you can't afford to have 3-4 in a tackle because it just leaves too much space. So I think, York have really capitalised on that and done well there.
Yeah, obviously, first half, a bit of a nip and tuck game. I think the second half is going to be obviously quite an interesting. You have a minute to turn around now, quick talk, so there's not a long time straight back into it. Some of the legs will start to be burning 9 minutes of basically constant sprinting. So what would you be saying right now?
Yeah, I think just keep the momentum going. I think York look like they've got good shape. They just need to take their opportunities when it comes. I think Huddersfield maybe look a little bit slower in attack, but they have had some good opportunities. And when they do make a break, you just need that support. They've done it a couple of times with the offload, and that's really paid off for them. So yeah, just more of that really. And I think, like you say, it is tough. So rolling on and off the subs, I think, is also important from, the coaches and the backroom staff. I think they've got to be key in watching who is looking tired and like the flagging, and get them off and get some fresh legs on, because I think that can, really make an impact and a difference in a game.
Yeah, because this is potentially game 1 of 4, so there is 2 group games.
Yeah.
If you finish 1 and 2 in your groups, you then go through to the semi-finals. Obviously, 1 taking on the runners-up in the semi-finals, and then a final. So 4 games, 18 minutes, obviously a lot. So squad rotation, as you say, is really important. So if you was in the Huddersfield camp now, if you was in the huddle, what would you be saying? What would you be delivering to your teammates? What would you be saying?
I'd be just saying that the defence has got to be a little bit better. The initial contact, we've got to get up off the line and meet York, and then you've got to make your one-on-one tackles. Like I said before, I think if you can do that, then that forces York to then have to put some shape on and move the ball around a little bit more. They shouldn't really just be walking through the middle. So I think Huddersfield need to just fix up on that, and that should be because they've got some great players, and we've seen that. A few mistakes which has let them down and meant that they've not had the chance to take their opportunities. But when they do get the ball and they're in an attacking space, I think that they can definitely score some more points in the second half.
Yeah, like you say, it's fronting up in defence, getting your body in front, controlling that ruck is so important, obviously, in all games, but obviously especially now in the 9s and the speed of the game. How often do you work that? Obviously, I know you do a lot in the wrestle pit, but how often on a weekly basis would you be training, obviously, and getting in front, tackle, wrestle, and all the rest of it? Yeah,
we do it a lot in pre-season. We do a lot of work on defence then. I think it is harder in the week in training sessions because you don't obviously want to beat each other up when you've got a big game coming up at the weekend. So we tend to do a day of attack and a day of defence, but recently with bigger games that we've had, we've sort of tailed off a little bit on the contact, and we our defence has been pretty good overall. So I think we've done less whacking each other in training and more sort of work on skill and attacking play recently. But yeah, we do a lot of that in pre-season. It is really tough.
But ultimately, actually, fundamentally, that's the bedrock that obviously allows you to do the nice shiny stuff and spend some time obviously doing some work on some skill stuff as the season goes on. Obviously, second half just kicked off. Huddersfield now have the ball, obviously trailing at half time, but done shown some promises with Tara and obviously Amina on the edges in particular, obviously doing a little bit of damage. So hopefully they can complete. We'll have an interesting second half ahead of us.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to seeing what Huddersfield can do with the ball here. They have got some space on this left-hand side. Let's see if they can use it. Oh, it's good defence there from Kelsey Gentles. Really slowing the play of the ball down on the floor as well.
Yeah, you would have obviously played with Kelsey. You went obviously to the 9s, World Cup 9s. You would have played in that. Then obviously a trip to Papua New Guinea. It's just been announced in the last week that obviously the World Cup in 2026 will be in Australia and Papua New Guinea. How are you excited for that? Yeah,
that'll be amazing for the girls involved, and I think I've been lucky enough to play 2 World Cups in Australia, and they're so big, the game out there now, and they've got a huge fan base and loads of support. So yeah, I think that's really exciting for the girls that'll get to go out there and play in that World Cup.
Nice, strong run in there from Huddersfield. Just got a 6 again off the Kelsey Gentle, so starting to mount some attack. I think a try here early on will be really important if they are to go and win on this game.
Yeah, that'll be key for Huddersfield. It's a good little ball there and a nice run. Well taken. I think York's defence overall has been pretty good. Their initial contact, and they seem to be slowing the play of the ball down a bit. Oh, they've got a bit of space here. Huddersfield, well taken. Can she finish it? Oh, lovely little try.
Nice, well played from Sam Hume. Obviously spent a number of years at Leeds Rhinos, coming to Huddersfield this year, and a quality just showing there. She's done really well to engage the line and pass the ball over the top, and well took by the winger.
Yeah, lovely. Good that Huddersfield have got some points early on, like you said. I think that's key. And a close game now.
Some great skill from the winger, caught the ball at pace with the ball over the head and trying to obviously get as close as possible for Sam. So I think this conversion attempt will be important.
Oh, it's just wide, I think, there. Unlucky.
Unfortunately wide, but like I say, I think York's defence has been good, but Huddersfield, when they do look to get to the edges, they have been dangerous. So at the moment it seems we've got an edge battle versus a middles battle. So if Huddersfield were to be successful in this game, they need to probably, like I say, front up in the middle a little bit, and York probably need to look a little bit, working a bit harder to get out to the edge and map off a little bit more. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. And I think as we get into the back end of the game now, you know, it's key that you can still work hard and you've got those fresh legs. I think Huddersfield have York have just made a few changes there and brought on some new players, so that should maybe give them a little boost here. But I'm sure Huddersfield might look to get the ball back early here and keep possession, because they need to score more points if they want to win this game.
Yeah, we'll see if they go short again. Obviously, that's been Huddersfield's MO, and they have.
And it's well taken again by the winger.
Again, it's successful. Are you going to be sending messages down to your players group and coaches saying, look at the short kick-off?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think, you know, we've seen a lot of short kick-offs recently, I think, in the league. We've definitely faced quite a lot. It's you know, to get the ball back, it's such a benefit, and it's worked well in Huddersfield's favour here.
Another opportunity here. Oh, it looks like she's in the corner. Great play again by... Great try there, great play again by Huddersfield, attacking that, obviously, that left end, and Sam Hume, obviously, coming from the northeast, is really exploiting this left edge.
Yeah, and it come from that great little offload initially in the tackle there, which meant that they just had a little bit of space to play. I think York had got back and set and probably were on a bit of a back foot there, but the winger did really well to stay in and to score that try and get the ball down.
Yeah, I think that's Molly's second try, and she's really impressed me so far, you know what I mean, taking the ball above her head to score in the corner, and then having the confidence and then the ability to stay in under pressure is quite a high skill, so yeah, Molly's obviously doing really well there.
You know, and also, you know, she's kick-started that really as well from the short kick-off and picking that up, so she sort of started that set and finished it, which is, you know, great work from her and her teammates as well.
Again, the conversion not successful, so we are now 12-10 to Huddersfield, so 2 points, so this game is far from over, and obviously a long way to go yet, even though there's probably only 5 minutes left on the clock, but it feels like there'll be a long time.
Oh, and that's a bit of an error from York. I think the ball is going to stay in, but they've got a long way now to get back up to their try line. That's great defence there from Huddersfield. Yeah,
some line speed here might give us, obviously put York under a bit of pressure, and it has.
Oh, that's a under pressure mistake there from York. I think they'll be a little bit frustrated with that, because now they really are under pressure on their line. They've got to work hard to defend here, and what a great opportunity for Huddersfield.
Again, good attack there from Amelia. Obviously, they changed it up, they went long. Amelia worked hard, put a big hit and put York under some pressure, and they obviously backed that up with a knock on. So another chance to really cement their lead here, Huddersfield.
Definitely. Oh, and they've kicked early in the set, but
unlucky there.
Oh, and I think we might have a little bit of an injury in the corner maybe there. But yeah, I don't think she got that ball down, did she now?
We're watching the replay. Bold kicking early on the second after that pressure, but probably chasing the clock and just couldn't manage to take it in her hands, and obviously slight knock on. Touch judge did a great job there on the point, obviously, and told the referee, but obviously we have a little bit of an injury here in the corner, which is never nice to see.
No, hopefully she's okay, but I think, you know, probably the other girls are quite glad of the break at this point. I know definitely York, probably that's a bit of a pressure release from them. I think kicking that early in the set, I think that I'd be definitely quite pleased with that, if you know, especially not getting the points. So now they're going to get the ball back, and they only had to actually defend 2 of the tackles. So yeah, I think a bit of a pressure release there. I don't know if that was the best decision from Huddersfield, but they're still in the lead. So, and you know, a couple of minutes left for York to come back.
Yeah, obviously, I know one thing that's been discussed quite a bit. I know yourself and Jodie have obviously talked about it on the socials, about obviously how Saints and obviously the progression in Women's Super League, but how Saints in particular have been looking after you with in regards to medical and making sure that you're back as soon as possible. So how do you think that, and what's the importance do you kind of value on that?
Yeah, oh God, it's massive. I think, you know, a couple of years back when we weren't getting paid and other teams were, it was like, oh, it's not fair, you know, they're getting paid, we're not. But actually, we have got such good medical support, and I think as players, we probably didn't realise that. Then Leah did her ACL. A couple of other girls got injuries, and they just got seen to straight away. And I mean, literally the week after operation, within a couple of weeks, then all the rehab, all the medical support. So everything's been paid privately to get that care. And you know, if she would have been waiting for the NHS, it could have taken ages. I think so. That's so important to get players back on the field as soon as possible. And actually, that costs a lot of money to do that. So I think overall we were so grateful to have that support. Definitely some of our players who got bigger injuries, because that really helped them in coming back to the game as soon as possible.
Yeah, game starts here. Obviously coming into the not too long left. Obviously York need to do something. They've got a long way to go. Huddersfield needs to front up. What would you be saying if he's on the pitch right now?
I think York have got to take these opportunities now. They've got to start shipping this ball around. They look like they've got some good shape, and they can move the ball. But again, that's an unlucky mistake there from York. You know, the skills got to be a little bit better from them. I'm sure they'll be quite frustrated with that. And another mistake from Huddersfield. So York have got the ball back, probably where they didn't expect to. So let's see if they can keep hold of it for this set.
Yeah, possibly just switching off after that short break with the injury. Obviously we're seeing it off, which is good stuff. Hopefully it's not too serious, but York are now moving past and into Huddersfield 50, so good chance to kind of obviously put them under pressure and try and get this game back in their side.
Yeah, and some good running, a bit better defence there from Huddersfield as well, but York look like they've got quite a bit of space out on this right edge.
Obviously timing a little bit, as you say, number of new people coming into York, so the timing's probably a little bit off, but take the tackle there and obviously go again.
Yeah, that's a good little run there from York. Good defence again from Huddersfield.
Cut back on the inside and obviously look to get to the other side of the ruck that hadn't moved up. Obviously didn't manage to exploit it. They got some space here on the edge.
That's a good run. Oh, it's a great offload.
Oh,
that's so unlucky for York. I think he should have taken that then. I think they could have been in there, but that's unfortunate.
And you've got to try it. You don't know the next time you're going to get. The minutes are ticking away.
Definitely.
You've got to try. Obviously, ball just didn't quite stick today, and that's probably been a little bit of York's story of today's game so far. The ball's probably not just stuck as much as Huddersfield.
Yeah, just a few too many errors there in key positions, but I totally agree with what you just said. I think you have got to take your opportunities and you have got to push that extra pass, especially with so close to the end of the game. And what a great tackle there from York.
It's exactly what you need now. You need your players to step up, get off the line and put the opposition on defence and try and keep it down here. Hopefully they get the ball back another chance. But
yeah, that's some good footwork there from Huddersfield.
Yeah, some great work there from Tara Moxon, obviously come from Leeds, and her, Amelia and Molly in particular have done excellent work today. Amelia again here, looking to exploit this left edge.
Great strong run in.
And this could be the game. She's through. No one's getting close to her. Fantastic work. Again, we highlighted her at the beginning of the part of how much of a devastating she can be, but ultimately that was also started by Tara on that right edge, got an unusual ball, picked it up and obviously just ran hard and created some space, created a disruption in the York defence.
Yeah, just watching the replay here now, it's fortunate that the York player couldn't quite complete that tackle there, and then a couple of other missed tackles, and then once she gets a little bit of space, she's just striding away, and it's so tough to catch her in that position. So yeah, a great try from Huddersfield, and that'll probably seal the deal for them in this game now.
Yeah, with the bonus points gives them an extra point, makes that a 5-point try, and obviously hopefully Sam will slot this over. No, so the game is still open. I think, well, no, that is the game, that's time, so good first half. I think Molly, obviously the young Molly on the wing, has scored a hat-trick. You know, a DICE graduate. She's in the DICE programme, which is obviously the youngest and most talented athletes in our sports. Obviously they had a camp this week. I was lucky to go in there, so obviously back in your day a little bit, there might not be. They get to spend 3 or 4 days together, have some expert coaches. And obviously it's great and it's fantastic, and clearly it's paying dividends today, some of the work that they've done, and obviously today we'll see a litter of DICE players across all teams. Yeah,
I think that's really exciting. I love that they've got that programme now and younger players can have that sort of extra coaching support and, you know, all the other support needed to be the best version of yourself. So I love that the girls are involved in that, and we're seeing now girls come through that programme, and, you know, there's so much talent, and it can really be nurtured at a young age. So I'm sure the future will be very, very strong for Women's Rugby League with having players like that and programmes that can support them.
Yeah, obviously final score the Huddersfield Giants 16, York Valkyrie 8. So obviously Huddersfield have now got one foot in the semi-finals. Both teams will take on Wigan Warriors, who are looking quite formidable at the moment. You had the first double derby game a couple of weeks ago on the Friday night. What an experience was that for you?
Yeah, loved that. Loved that.